Hello ICS students, we are going to continue to learn about the periodic table of elements. This is a very important part of chemistry as all the elements that we have discovered are listed on this periodic table, and we need to make sure we understand how to read it and the different parts of it so that we can continue learning through chemistry. Please make sure you have your chemistry notebook out and label your notes periodic table of elements and also have today's date on it. There are many ways to organize this periodic table of elements. In a previous video, you saw that this is how we typically use the periodic table of elements today. Groups are vertical, and elements within a group share chemical properties. So you're going to want to make sure to write this down. And then periods are horizontal. I like to think about this as if I were to write my class schedule, I would write period 1, period 2, period 3, and then I'd have my class next to it. So then those are all horizontal, my periods, or if you looked at your schedule on PowerSchool. Elements are arranged in atomic number, and we'll talk more about that later. Sorry, it's blocking that. So group 1A is right here, and this is the alkali metals. Note that hydrogen is not included in the alkali metals. So draw a sketch of the periodic table of elements and make a label of the alkali metals. Make sure not to include that top part. And again, our groups are vertical right there. Next, we have group 2A, which is the alkaline earth metals. And notice that really small at the top, we see 2A. Next, we skip all these. We'll come back to them in a minute. But group 3A, so notice we're looking at the 3A, is right here, and it does not have a common name that we go by. Next, we have group 7A, which are the halogens. So we have fluorine, chlorine, so on and so forth. Make sure you have those labeled. Next, we have group 8A, which is the noble gases. These are things that you will need to recite. Then all of these here, including this little staircase, are the metals. So pause your video, make sure that you see all of those metals included. And then we have the metalloids, and it makes sense that they're close to the metals because they have some of the characteristics of metals. And next we have the nonmetals, and we also need to circle hydrogen. So we have all of these nonmetals on the other side of the metalloids plus hydrogen. More specifically, these are called the transition metals, and we will talk about this more later this year. Just a quick recap, just a reminder, metals, their characteristics are they conduct electricity, they're malleable and ductile, shiny or lustrous solids at room temperatures, and then metalloids share the characteristics of both metals and nonmetals. For example, some conduct electricity weakly and yet are also brittle. And that is the end of today's notes. Thank you.